Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mario Vegas and you are watching Tank Zone. Today we will continue the topic about armored warfare commander skills. This time the commander of the day is Rashid Al-Atassi. He can be unlocked via BMD 1P Tier 4 Soviet armored fighting vehicle. Rashid is one of the best commanders for vehicles armed with anti-tank guided missiles, thanks to his bonuses to anti-tank guided missile performance. Rashid has skills that help improve anti-tank guided missile control and reload speed, making him suitable for many armored fighting vehicles and tank destroyers. His other skills range from a mobility buff to increasing of fire chance on vehicles' engines, which can be combined and exploited depending on your gameplay style or vehicle type you are operating. So, and not to waste our precious time, let's jump in and take a look at Rashid's skills. Try to classic setup and take a look at what other variations we can get combining his skills in some different ways as well. So, let's start. And let's start with Rashid's basic skill, which is camo factor when firing improved by 10.87 to 21.52% depending on rank. It is very useful skill if you operate AFV or tank destroyer from a concealed position, especially on medium distances when sometimes you may lose your concealment factor if you engage. And you are perfectly aware about things, what may happen with a thin can on the battlefield if it is discovered, right? So yes, Rashid's basic skill is very useful for ambush hunters, snipers, and medium to long range fire support. First, the three skills I suggest to develop are anti-tank guided missile control improved by 18.8%, camo penalty when firing reduced by 2.44%, and anti-tank guided missile reload speed increased by 1.48%. To get those skills, you should spend 5 skill points, but they are worth it. And they are worth it because by doing that, you will decrease camo penalty when firing even more. We'll get anti-tank guided missile reload speed increased, which is not a huge, but nevertheless. And most important, you will improve your anti-tank guided missile controllability by 18.8%, which makes a very big difference if you deal with moving targets on long or medium distances. And let me put this in different perspective. It makes a difference between hitting or missing the target, which is even more important if your vehicle has only, say, 2 missiles in the launcher, and if you miss the target next time, you will be able to engage it only after a longer load, and probably you already turned yourself from the hunter into the prey. So yes, anti-tank guided missile control improvement skill plays a central role in Rashid's skill 3 and should not be overlooked. And therefore, next 6 suggested skills to develop would be smokescreen reload speed increased by 3.8%, APS reload time reduced by 4.21%, anti-tank guided missile reload speed increased by 2.63%, Smokescreen reload speed increased by 3.8%. Acceleration in off-road environment improved by 6.16% with at least 50% of hit points. And finally, most important skill that we are aiming at here is anti-tank guided missile control improved by another 18.8%. Where, as I said, again, anti-tank guided missile control and reload speed plays a central role. And at this point, our Rashid has 37.6% anti-tank guided missile control improvement and 4.11% reload speed increase. Plus another additional skills give you some other benefits as well, but they are secondary because we want to concentrate mainly on anti-tank guided missile control and reload speed improvement. Therefore, last three remaining skill points can be spent to develop two reload speed increased by 0.6%, and finally anti-tank guided missile control improved by another 10.10%. Developing these three last skills in total, we will get 47.6% anti-tank guided missile control improvement and 5.31% reload speed increase, which will significantly improve your performance operating missile armored vehicles as long to medium range fire support. This is one way to set up Rashid's skills. Personally, I prefer a bit different setup. I chose, instead of going straight away up from basic skill to anti-tank guided missile control improvement, going right and developing two reload speed increased by 0.6% and anti-tank guided missile control improved by 10.9%. Then going up, developing to chance of fire increased by 28% and module damage improved by 18.8%. Then going 5 skills left, developing anti-tank guided missile reload speed increased by 1.48%, camo penalty when firing reduced by 2.44%, anti-tank guided missile control improved by 18.8%, another camo penalty when firing reduced by 2.44%, and finally anti-tank guided missile reload speed increased by 1.48%. After that, I go left from basic skill and develop two crew and mechanized infantry stats improved by 0.5%, and finally, and most important, anti-tank guided missile control improved by another 10.9%. With this setup, I get 40.6% anti-tank guided missile control improvement and 4.16% reload speed increase. Bit less than with previous suggested setup, but in return I gain, in my opinion, very valuable benefits in form of 56% chance of fire increase, and you know how destructive and annoying fire is. I get 18.8% module damage increase, which increases your vehicle potency even more, and every destroyed enemy module earns you points, and reducing camo penalty when firing reducement from 2.44% up to 4.88%, which combining with maximum basic skill gives you 26.4% camo penalty when firing reducement. If you combine that with missile capability and increased chance to deal module damages and cause internal compartment and engine fires and increased AFVs and tank destroyers camo ratings, then in my opinion you get the most desired Rashid skills combination ever. Well, this is my personal opinion and preference setup. And any suggested setup is much more a guideline than a rule. Therefore, I would like to hear what do you think about that setup? What is your setup? What about acceleration and camo skill in the bottom right corner? Do any of you integrate them in any setup? Please leave your comments and suggestions. I would love to hear your opinion. Please share it with others as well. That would be all for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, as always, smash thumbs up button, hit the bell and subscribe. Thank you for watching and following Tank Zone. Have a wonderful day and see you next time.